Hi, I'm Flavia Leone, and you're watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press today. I'm happy to be joined once again by Flavia Leone. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
It's so good to see you again. And Livia went through a lot of changes in season two of DI4RI so far. And before we get into those changes, I wanted to ask, how has your life changed since the show's release last year?
So for some aspects, my life hasn't changed that much. I always go to school, play sports, hang out with friends. But of course, I have to say that my life has changed. And the main thing that has made a difference are the fans and the community that has been created. Um, like the difference now is that if I go out, there is the chance that the people recognize me, people who watch the diary. So they ask me photos or selfies or even questions about the series, and like they want to know what will happen in next episodes. Yeah, it's always so nice to meet them. But I think another important difference is like the more attention on social media now that we all have. I have to say that the community of Diari now, the community of Diari is very young, so you have to put more attention on what you post, and you have to put more attention on how you answer to them. They write to me like such wonderful, beautiful, sometimes also deep messages. Sometimes they make me cry, so it's hard sometimes to I said sometimes like 2000 times. But they make me cry, and it's difficult to find the right words. So yeah, I think my life has changed, but I have to say in a very beautiful way.
So many good points that you mentioned because with all the attention comes this like responsibility almost that you want to
Yeah.
to be a role model, and you also try your best to respond to messages and let people know that you see them and you're listening. And the community is such an important part about
Yeah.
any show and any fan base. You've also been attending a lot of different events and premieres. You were at the Giffoni Film Festival in the summer, Whitney, Shazam, Lupin premieres. Has it come naturally to you being in these big social settings?
Yeah, going to this kind of events is always super fun. The last I went to was Lupin, and we previewed the first two episodes of the third season, and they were great. So yeah, it's always super fun. You get the chance to know new people, make new friends. So yes, it's always well organized, so it's very enjoyable. Uh, what about the Giffoni Film Festival? Was like a magical experience, like really pure magic, because Giffoni Film Festival is a festival dedicated to young people who love cinema. Even the youngest, they are like 12 or even youngest, so even younger. So they we had the chance to watch the first episode of the second season with all of them. There was this um, huge theater with this giant screen. It was my first time I saw myself on a screen big like that. And yeah, so it was really magical. And while we were watching the episode, we heard behind us all the crowd that was screaming, like was react live, all the things that were happening. So yes, it was super fun also. And then after we watched the episodes, we met all the fans on the blue carpet of Giffoni, and also there they were amazing. They filled us with joy. Um, yeah, it was really a magical experience.
It's so wonderful to hear. And yeah, it was such a big event. And then specifically, I guess that one was for the show. So all these people were coming to see you and Andrea and Fiamma and just really celebrate the show before season 2. So it was nice to see how many people, how many
Yeah.
fans turned out for that event. And speaking of season 2, another event you got to meet a lot of fans was the premiere at the back to school party. How was that event, and what do you remember from all of the activities that day? Because there was a lot to do there.
Yeah, the Ari Back to School party was an event so well organized by Netflix. There was the basketball court, ping pong. The Ari was written all over the place. Yeah, there. So that night, by the way, we were on top 10, the Italian top 10, and we were first. So we were really all excited about it. The fans, they told us what they thought about the episodes. They were all enthusiastic. So yeah, Fiamma and Biagio performed, and they were amazing. Yeah, I think the fans and also us had a lot of fun.
And then getting to meet fans, signing so many different autographs, like how special was it to get to meet them, have conversations with them? And are there any specific moments with fans you remember and can share?
Yeah, as I said before, it's always so nice to meet them. Um, the fun things sometimes is that you can meet like very young like very young fans, like 7 years old or even 6 years old, and they are very shy. So when they see you, they're just paralyzed. And they just look at you. Like for me, they are thinking, why you really exist, so how do you really exist, you know? So it happened to me also that they start crying for, I hope, in a good way, for the happiness. And in that case, I really don't know what to do. Usually I just hug them, and it's it's a really an emotional moment for me and for them. So it's always very beautiful to meet them. I love them, and they give us so much support, and it's very important for us.
That's so sweet. And I'm sure for you, it's something that it's never going to feel normal having that reaction of other people to you. But it's nice that, I think that the show is really helping a lot of young people and inspiring a lot of young people. It's very relatable. So
Yeah.
that's something it says a lot about the show and about the cast members as well. How do you think Livia's personality has changed from season 1 to season 2 after occupying the school, finding out about Pietro's bet, and then spending the summer studying in England? Like, what is the same and what is different for her?
In second season, Livia clearly expresses the desire to look different, you know. Her blue hair is like a voice that screams, I'm different, I'm not Miss Perfect anymore, and I want you to notice it. But at the end, I think Livia, it's always the same, with or without the blue hair. Even if she even if she tries to impose herself an independence, like a first independence, and her desire for freedom, she is still Livia, but she really doesn't want to be called Miss Perfect anymore.
How do you think like England changed her spending the summer there, like with Katia and Sarah?
Yeah, in England, she meets Katia, and I think she look at her like a model to follow, you know. So she sees in Katia freedom, the strength of rebellion. So it was important England because she meets Katia there. So yeah, Katia is very important for Livia. Also, when she returns in Marina Grande, um, something in Livia's something in Livia changed, and it's because of Katia.
And I think as much as, Katya will talk a bit about the issues there with that friendship is she has something that kind of draws Livia towards her because she wants to be more fun and more free, and she finds that with Katya and with Sarah. How did it feel to change up Livia's hair in season 2 and add the blue color? Like when they told you this is what we're doing with your character, what were your thoughts?
For me was really difficult and challenging because I had to do so many dye many times, and now my hair are like destroyed. But I must say that was all worth it because I love the result. I love the new blue Livia. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Also because it's important to Livia, to the character. Livia changes her style because she wants to make a drastic change. She doesn't want to be called Miss Perfect anymore, so she dyes her hair to convince herself that she's a different person, you know. But actually, she also likes the look, so she is confident with the blue hair.
Was definitely very bright and very bold. So I admire the commitment to the character. I'm sorry to hear that your hair went through so many like
No
bleaching.
problem. Now I cut them every time they grow a little, so no problem. As I said before, it was really worth it.
Now, which was your favorite scene to be a part of? So, scene that Livia was in episodes 1 through 7, and why?
Um, I really enjoyed to shoot the bonfire pact because we were at the sea. We were sang our um favorite DI4RI song. So yeah, it was a really beautiful scene to shoot and also to watch after. So the bonfire pact for sure, yeah.
Livia met Katia, as you said, in England. Her and Sarah and Katia, their friendship continues in the new school year. What else does she see in them? And like, why does she choose to look past the red flags? Like, she hears about the sign put up at the party that denies entry for Marina Piccola kids, and she hears all these things. Pietro talks about Katia, but why does she choose to like not listen to 3D?
Um, Livia describes Katia and Sara as two free girls. You know, she sees in them freedom. She admires them very much. Mm, the two girls for her are like, as I said before, a model to follow because they have fun, enjoying life according to Livia. And for this, she is ignoring all the red flag from, in my opinion. Livia only think that they are very cool, so the girls will be able to influence her, and because in them she sees the freedom that she wants to achieve, you know.
And they are nice to her. at the beginning. You know, they call her
Yeah.
the third Supergirl, so she does feel really included, and she has a bit of that conversation with Isabel that, you know, she wants new friends, she likes to meet new people. And so I mean, for Livia, it's a change that she thinks as being positive, as at the start
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Livia, I think absolutely that the change is positive and she doesn't sees all the red flags because I think she's just influenced by Katia and Sara. So she really thinks that they are two good girls. So
What was it like working with Emily and Martina this season? I'm thinking they are very different than their mean girl characters on screen. Like, did you build a fast connection with them?
yeah, of course, they are nothing like their characters. Emily and Martina are really very sensitive. You know, Martina is so sweet, and I want to say something. I hope they will forgive me. But it happened that as much as the scene where the scene was intense, they started to cry because you know the scene was so intense that they felt it. I think it's a very beautiful thing to to it's just a very beautiful thing because they are you know very different from Katia and Sara, and was difficult for them to um, um, take this role. You know, it's not that easy. And I think they have done an extraordinary job for this role, and it was easy to work. It's easy for me to work with them. We immediately become close, and was really nice to share the set with them.
Was this the scene where Ariana gets pushed in the mud? Was it that scene? I
Yeah.
did hear about that. I did actually heard about that from Francesca, and
Oh, okay.
she said that
Minimal.
as well. So it's not only you spoiling it, but I think that that says a lot because, you know, it's touched them as well, and just the whole scene and going through that emotional journey. It can be hard for them because they're also being, you know, the mean girls in that situation, and they are clearly not behind the camera. So it's nice to hear that and that you had a good time working with them.
Yeah.
Livia did split her time between her new friends and her old friends in 3D. Why did she agree to be a part of the bonfire pact and go to scientific high school with them?
In my opinion, Livia, even though she's a little bit away from her class these first episodes, she still thinks that they are her best friends, and she knows that. So she wants to maintain the friendship. And if you look closely to in the bonfire scene, she at first is not like totally convinced, but she accepts to the bonfire pact because she wants to remain together. She wants to remain close with her class because they are her real friends, her best friends, you know. So she wants to maintain the friendship.
Now, take me through the episode 7 scene where Livia is almost caught stealing the earrings and Pietro saves her. And then outside, she's quite angry towards Pietro. So, what is she actually feeling towards him, and maybe also feeling towards herself in that moment?
In that scene, Livia is completely influenced by Katia and Sara because they think that stealing is fun, so she started thinking it too. But when Pietro saves her, and the Katia and Sara leaves her alone there, she changed. Olivia something changed, and even if she doesn't want to forgive Pietro because she is still angry with him and she is too proud. Um, at the bottom, she wants to say thanks, but as I said before, is too proud. There is also, I think, a line in that scene, a line when she said, maybe I should say thanks, but she at the end don't say anything, because is too proud and she's still angry with Pietro. But then, right after the scene when Livia gets mad with Katia and Sara and decides to spend Christmas with her class, she is already changing. She's understanding that the real friends are the 3D and not Katia and Sara.
Her being proud is a big part of it. Like she doesn't want to apologize. She doesn't want to admit that she needs help. And that's a big part of, her being angry at him this season. Is she also feeling guilty herself? Like, do you think she's mad at herself for letting it get this bad where she almost got caught stealing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in that moment she feels stupid, because stealing is a serious thing, and she was completely influenced by the fake friends. So yeah, I think she really felt stupid that moment.
Let's talk about Livia's relationship with Pietro and how it changes through the first 7 episodes. How would you describe her feelings towards him, even feelings that she does not want to admit, starting with the loss of trust at the beginning of the season to trying to kiss him in episode 7 at the end of the Christmas party and being rejected?
For Livia, find out about the bet was like worse than a stab in the heart. Livia in the first season expresses her feelings for Pietro. She trusts in him a lot. So when she finds out about the bet, like her world just collapses. She doesn't trust Pietro anymore. So she wants to change, She wants to change. She can no longer trust Pietro, even if she is still in love with him, because she is still in love with Pietro. But Livia is too proud to remain with him after what he did, So she leaves him. Then she develops this hate for Pietro that continues to disappoint her. Even like, for example, when he kisses Bianca, he continues to disappoint her. But when Pietro saves her, in that case, in that scene of the earrings, she understands that Pietro is always there for her. So she wants to forgive him. She wants to say sorry to him, but I think that now it's too late.
And he does give her the earrings at the Christmas party. So I feel like that gave her, a bit of hope. And that's kind of why she went for the kiss after. But like you mentioned, she in that moment when she is rejected. What's interesting is at the party, she sees Isabel looking at Pietro and the snow globe that she gave him. And Livia kind of looks over at Isa, and they had talked about Pietro before. So do you think that she knows there's something between them? Or when Pietro pulls away from the kiss, or does she just think she waited too long to forgive him? Or does she think that Isabel is kind of plays a part there?
No, I don't think Livia understood there is something between Pietro and Isabel. Like, in my opinion, she doesn't know that Isabel feels something for Pietro, because she's her best friends, and she knows that deep down Livia is still feeling something for Pietro. So no, I don't think Livia understood that their situation. So when Pietro rejected how
The rejected.
Pietro okay rejected her. She just think that it's too late, and it's too late for say sorry, just that.
And it probably deep down it does hurt Livia because she
Yeah,
still,
a
like
lot.
you mentioned, she still had those feelings for him. She was just trying so hard to kind of not have them
I
because
then
she wanted to be angry at something, right? And especially she couldn't forgive him so easily, right? But now it's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
what has your character taught you, and what have you learned about life, personally and in general by playing Livia, especially in season 2?
um I love that Livia is capable of learn from um, her experiences and mistakes. When Pietro saves her and she realized that she's abandoned by her friends, she understands that um, Pietro is a real friend. So the real change of Livia is that she knows how to recognize her mistakes and turn them into a strong point. Um, to she start to realize that the real revolution is inside of her and is in the way she looks at things and not in the ideas of others that she wants to change, you know.
What was your favorite scene as a viewer and why? So a scene that Livia was not in episodes 1 to 7.
Yes, as a viewer, I think my favorite scene is the dance battle because it was so fun to watch. The crew and Biagio were amazing, and all the colors, the music. Yeah, it's a really fun scene and really enjoyable to watch.
And let's talk about Biagio as a dancer because I know he's been dancing for a long time, but this season he really
Yeah,
got to like put that into his character as well.
yeah, he's amazing. He really has a passion for dance, so it's beautiful that he could put that into his character, you know, Daniele. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
And I was talking to Sophia yesterday, and she mentioned that a lot of times behind the scenes, you and Biagio would just be dancing everywhere.
Yeah, it's always like not a deja vu. How do you say that? We always dance. Like he's very good. I'm not that very good, but
It's something
uh
to pass the time and just have
yeah,
fun behind the scenes. Yeah.
yeah, we love to dance together. So uh for that reason I enjoyed seeing the scene of the dance battle because I also love the music world, dancing, singing. So yeah, we have that in common. Me and Biagio.
It's too bad that Livia dancing was not part of Livia's story
Yeah,
this season, but I don't
I
think it really made
agree.
sense. So we'll leave that to Biagio and Daniele. I did think season 2 did an excellent job showing real life issues for young people. You had the bullying storyline with Ariana. There's pressures from family and friends. That was kind of Livia as well. And then mental health and anxiety. Were you proud to be a part of this season that showed all of these different issues on screen?
Absolutely, yeah. In my opinion, is like a bit of the characteristic of DI4RI, deal with topics that maybe no one talks about, but are so common and so widespread among children of this age. I think it's very important to talk about these topics and try to help in some ways. So many children tell us we help them to deal problems they were experiencing. So I think there is nothing more beautiful to hear. So yeah, I'm very grateful, and I'm very proud for the work that we have done. In particular, I think that Francesca had a very difficult role this season, and I'm sure that it will help a lot who is inside of this kind of situation, this very complicated situation. So yes, again, I'm very proud of the work we have done together this season.
I like that you gave mention to Francesca and what she had to go through with Ariana this season as well. But I think all of you, like collectively as a whole, had so many, really important storylines, and it's good to talk about it with other people. And that's what we learned from the 7 episodes so far. Now, what are some of your favorite memories from set behind the scenes? Maybe we did talk a little bit about dancing, but do you have any other fun or funny moments that you can share?
Um, Being on set with the guys is always very nice. I must say that my favorite moments were when we were doing makeup and hair, and we were doing our hair. We had the opportunity to put music, and we always had a lot of fun because we were dancing, we were singing all together with also the makeup artists and the hairdressers. Um, so yeah, it was really fun. Like the sometimes the most beautiful moments of the day. Of course, besides the shooting. Um, so at the end, the makeup artist became our best friend on set. So yeah, it was yeah, it was beautiful.
And it's always so nice to start the day feeling good, being in like good spirits and good energy.
Yeah,
What
it was
can
a,
you,
a good way to start the day. Yeah,
it also
exactly.
wakes you up, I'm sure.
Yes.
What can you say about the cast and the friendship that you have formed over the past couple of years? Like, what do these people and their friendships mean to you?
In this second season, being already friends helped the scenes, I think. There was so much more chemistry between us, and it's so nice to be on set and have friends to share breaks with, or especially to help each other during a particularly difficult scene. So yeah, it was a really precious for me. So yeah, I think it was really important to me share with them the set.
And I love when you all kind of reunite with each other. I know a lot of them were at your birthday party as well.
Yeah, you have seen my post.
I remember, yeah, I think we had commented before we were like, oh, it's nice to see you all together because
Yeah,
it's good when, I mean, you have the show and you spend a lot of time with each other on set, but that friendship also carries over outside of the show as well.
yeah, yeah. It's so nice.
What message do you have for the fans of the show, both the support from your Italian community and worldwide, now that everyone can see the first 7 episodes of the new season?
It's difficult. I can only say really thank you for all the messages, for all the nice comments, for the fantastic edits. I already said that they make me cry sometimes. I want to say thanks for all the support of for our work, and because I think that without all the support, nothing makes sense, you know. So again, I want to say thanks so much, and I really love them. I really love you if you're watching.
And you do get a lot of edits that you are tagged in on Instagram and TikTok. And I like that when the show
Yeah, they
even is
are
not.
amazing. Like, I don't know how they do, like, they put so many scenes all together with the music, with the colors, and they are just they genius. I don't know how they do this. They are just amazing.
It's like whenever you see a new one, it's like a new present for you.
Yeah, yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
What can you tease, if anything, about the second half of the season and what we can expect from future episodes and Livia's story? And if you can't spoil, just talk in general about why people should
Yeah.
maybe be excited.
Without making any spoilers, there will be a change in Livia. It's already happening, but there will be a change in Livia, and her class will face together many adventures and many obstacles, but they will face it together. I think the next episodes are very dynamic. So many things happen, and I have to say that I can't wait for you all to watch them because yes, there are so many things that happens, and it's amazing.
Your favorite episode of season two, is it in the
Oh
second part
yeah,
of the season?
oh yes, absolutely, yeah.
So that means everyone has to watch it because Flavia's
Of
favorite
course,
episode is in the second part, but we
of course.
can't wait to
Also,
see.
my favorite scenes are all in the next episodes, so
Okay.
I'm super excited.
And then hopefully at that time, it's like we can actually talk about the second half of the season. Because I know with everyone, it's like they can't say anything, which I understand, but it keeps people excited for what's to come. I have one more question for you. It's a fun one. If you were to compete as a contestant on Master Chef, what would you make as your signature dish and why?
So, I would say carbonara. I don't know if you know it.
Like the
Carbonara is,
pasta dish.
yes, is a typical Italian dish, in particular of Rome. Um, when I came back from school in middle school, I was usually alone at home, so I had to prepare lunch for myself, and I my favorite things to cook was carbonara. And in all these years, I hope I have improved. So now I can prepare a good carbonara, a very good carbonara. So yeah, I would definitely choose carbonara.
That's a great answer. It's such a good dish. I don't have it often enough, but I'm sure in Rome and Italy you
If
have
you
it all the
come
time.
here, I prepare for you.
I will have to make a trip soon so that I can try Flavia's carbonara.
Yeah, the Sofia, Biagio, and Andrea, I think they already tried my carbonara.
And they gave you a good review.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing that you can also cook for your friends and your co-stars as well. Flavia, it was so nice to catch up with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always a great pleasure. I hope my English was understandable,
It was
but
good. It was good.
okay, really, thank you so much.
Of course, hopefully we can catch up again soon. But until then, for all those watching, you can catch Flavia in Diary or Diaries season 2, episodes 1 to 7 are out now on Netflix, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.